Check 1, 2.
Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. I'm turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom back to melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to precinct.
Fuck the ball! Fuck everybody on the floor! When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga!
How fresh started? Yeah. How fresh started? Yeah. Live. Two screen is your favorite Knicks N Ish panel. We got
You
the
know the
first lady
vibes.
Knicks N Ish, Mrs. Knicks in the building. We got our co-host Kev Rodriguez in the building, and we can't forget our beloved host, the one and only Time.
Yo, that
I hope I did that
you
right.
straight. Yo,
I hope
it sounded just like that. Sounded just like that. Yep.
Shout out to my bro Fraz, for real.
Facts. Shout out to
Man,
Fraz,
shout out to the
man.
geyser, you know what I mean? But yeah, the Knicks lose tonight. Was it 118 to 98?
115 to 98.
115 to 98. On the back-to-back, we lose to the Charlotte Hornets after losing a horrific game to the Spurs. I know, guys, it sucks. Losing back-to-back to teams that we know for 100% fact we should have beat. I'm gonna pass it off to the panel first, and then I'm gonna give my little summation because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't see much of the game tonight. You know, your boy was kind of in and out of dreamland, but I saw enough. You know what I mean? Panel, talk to me. How y'all feeling tonight?
Yes, do you?
Well, first, if you haven't already, press the like button.
Oh, thank you.
Hit subscribe if you haven't already done so. Sorry, my voice is all over the place.
San Antonio last night.
San Antonio last night, right. Then screamed at a couple of fans and lost my voice some. But annoyed once again, I guess is the best word to describe how I feel, because these two games should have been wins. Absolutely. With the depleted San Antonio team, even without JB, we should have won. Same thing with Charlotte. I mean, they've only won 18 games this season. But you know what? This is a direct result of letting teams start off strong. Regardless of how bad they played, regardless of their record, when you let professional basketball players, because that's what they are, get hot early on, these are the results. We definitely miss JB. It's obvious as hell, both games. The offense looks lost. Deuce has lost that attack mode that he was in a couple of games ago, and we need that back. Because without someone taking the lead from jump, we just look like a pickup team. Like, we don't know what we're doing out there. Defense, trash. Yesterday was disgusting. Cat got burnt all fucking night. It was gross. Same thing today. Like, you let LaMelo Ball shoot these threes from freaking half court. Like, where's the defense? I'm not discouraged with the team. I'm just annoyed because I know we're better than this. And it's coming down the stretch where you don't want to start taking losses back to back. So we got to figure it out. Whatever it takes, we just have to figure it out.
Yeah, shout out to the panel. Shout out to Steven. Um, you know, I just want to answer this real quick, right? Because I remember how crucial Steven was towards Julius Randle and his defense. I remember how crucial he was. And I don't feel that same energy when it comes to Carl Anthony Towns. Um, you know, if there was one thing we all was right about was his defense being trash. And it's been proven a lot this year, especially in these last two games. I mean, the defense is ferocious, bro. It's terrible. You know what I mean?
Terrible.
Terrible. It's terrible, man. And that's been something that the team, I think, as a whole, has been struggling with all season long. Defense. It hasn't been offense because we could put up the points. Even though today we didn't even put up 100. I think like that's the first time in a long time, if you ask me. I gotta go and look back through the schedule, but you know this team just gotta play better defense, man. If they play better defense, these problems, like, we wouldn't be losing to teams like San Antonio and Charlotte. You know, um, I don't know what happened to the ball movement. I feel like when they was moving the ball a little bit, they were getting back into the game, and then somewhere down the line it just disappeared. Um, I don't know what happened today, man. I don't know what happened yesterday. It was just bad all the way around. But it's like we always say, sometimes the Knicks play down to their opponents, and when they do, this is what you get. So
I know. I know exactly what happened both games. Uh, Starting with San Antonio. It sometimes some people deserve blame, and that's just what it is. Yeah, I mean, and not saying that I do not enjoy Cat. I do not. I love him as a part of our team and what he brings. Frank was good. Uh,
without
I love
Frankie,
him as a part of our team and what he brings to our team. Absolutely, right? But sometimes some people deserve blame. In that San Antonio game, he deserved a lot of the blame. I watched time after time him refuse to close out on this guy in the same fucking spot. That Lucas guy, whatever the fuck his name is, because his
salute
goddamn last
Marzone
name,
one, salute.
yeah, Marzone one was good. Yeah, that is Shumlamu's name, the guy with the name that starts at one armpit and ends at the other. Uh, he shot threes from the same fucking spot all night, and I watched Cat just refuse to run out at him. No, I'm not doing that. And
They
and that's
ran the same play over and over. That switch
bro, the
to
And
get
same
cat on
fucking
him.
play, bro. And it's
and
like,
you, my bad. Go ahead,
you
see.
know, it's like at some point, dog, you got to have some pride in the fact that you're getting cooked by a fucking nobody. A guy that averaged 5 points a game went and gave you 29 before you sat on the bench for the rest of the game. And then that guy ended up with like 35 or some dumb shit like that. I don't remember. But he gave you 29. And like it was at no point where I saw you just take pride in the fact that there's no way this guy gonna bust my ass. And that's what I didn't see from Cat that day. Again, to reiterate, love Cat, love what he brings to our team, but right is right, wrong is wrong. And the piggyback of what Cat was saying is, especially with fucking Steven, for sure, for sure. If Julius Randle missed one fucking play, Steven was in this chat talking hella shit. And the reason why this is important to me, G, because I said this a few times about Cat. When you're the best player on the court, you gotta play like the fucking best player on the court. He should have gave both of these teams fucking 50. And I'm over exaggerating with 50, but high 30s for sure. High 30s Cat should have gave these guys, right? Uh yeah,
Wow,
facts. That's
yeah.
what that.
7 for 7 was crazy.
That's what this guy
And
had.
you know what's crazy to me, right? Is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fact that they kept doing the same thing to Cat, right? But I seen that every time we put pressure on LaMelo Ball and we put him in foul trouble,
yeah.
why didn't they keep pressuring him like
I ain't
that?
even I ain't
Get
even
him
get
out
to
of the.
this game yet. I was still on the Spurs game. I ain't even get
Oh,
here
all
yet.
right.
Sure. But for sure, let's do it. Shout out to Chill. That's his line. Yeah, this is a good one. Let's do it. Um, yeah, this game was fucking nasty. Um, again, defense was a problem. Defense was a problem. The biggest problem is the fact that nobody wanted to attack the basket, and that speaks to a bigger issue with the fact that nobody really wants to be the number two guy right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm watching the basketball games, and I'm watching everybody pass up pretty good shots. You know, I get it. You know, you pass up a good shot to get a better shot, but we're not getting better shots, and that's the problem. Like I'm watching guys like really shy away from the moment to step up and be like, yeah, I'm the second guy. It's Cat, then it's me right now. It's like everybody's like, yo, no, I'm gonna pass it to Deuce, I'm gonna pass it to Josh, I'm gonna pass it to OG, I'm gonna pass. That shit was annoying to watch them play fucking Harlem Globetrotters on the perimeter. Uh, and it was that I started the statement saying something completely different, and I went into this, and I wanted, God damn it. Uh, yeah, them not stepping up. Oh, and attacking a basket. That was an issue tonight. We did not want to do that. Fucking the Hornets ain't got no rim protection, dog. None. None. And we let them off the hook. We was having a poor shooting night, and we just continued to be like, yeah, I'm gonna take this slightly contested three. And that's the problem. When the ball's not moving and guys is not cutting to the basket, we take some shitty shots. A lot of those 3 pointers we missed tonight was partially contested, especially OG. I don't know what OG get this theory that he needs to shoot over the defense. Like he needs to do that, and he's been doing that most of the season, and his 3 point percentage has suffered because of it. Uh, that is annoying to see with this team, dog. Like Deuce does the same shit too. We taking all these contested threes because nobody wants to get 2 feet in the paint and make the defense commit. Uh,
What up, Michael?
Mike, facts, dog, facts. But yeah, nobody wants to get into the paint and make the defense commit. It's like these half drives getting to the free throw line and then we kicking out already. Like, what we doing, man? Like the offense look bad. Cat is not as aggressive as I. What well, tonight he hit like three pointers in a row or some dumb shit like that, right? They called the timeout, and then I'm like, I keep cooking. What's happening? What's happening? You obviously got some momentum, but then you shots were off. What's good? Yeah, and to land the plane, we need somebody to step up and be number two in JB's absence. Well, not to land the plane. I'm sorry, y'all. Uh, we clearly missed Mitch tonight too. You feel me? Clearly, especially with JB out and not being able to keep up the offensive firepower. We definitely need somebody to help lower, team second chance opportunities and be a paint deterrent because Cat is clearly not that. He can't protect the paint. He don't want to close out on shooters, and he makes stupid fouls. Uh, Defensively, again, before I say this, because it's gonna be really fucking rough, right? Uh, I love Cat again. I love what he brings to our team. The different dynamic is definitely amazing, and when he's offensively right and doing his thing, he's fucking phenomenal to watch. But he has to be the worst defensive five I've seen. The worst. Motherfucker don't defend no 3-point shots. He don't defend the paint. He sucks at pick and roll defense, and he makes stupid fouls.
Switches are
He,
trash.
huh?
His switches are trash.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. He get defend the pick and roll, and he don't defend the mid range. His idea of defending the mid range is putting his hand out and pushing the person who's shooting a jump shot. That is fucking dumb. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But to land the plane, yeah, I mean, for real this time. Not to give this as an excuse, but it's a real thing. I think I seen somebody said that the Knicks have visited 15 hotels in 18 days. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Whoever made the schedule, fuck you. You're an asshole.
And then they went West Coast to East Coast to Central Time back to the East Coast.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
yeah.
It just
Not to give that excuse because I still feel like we should have won tonight's fucking game.
facts.
That's rough.
Listen, man, like I told somebody that called me delusional earlier because I told him, listen, I'm not gonna jump off the building off of these two L's. You know, it's a long season.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, listen, contenders take L's too. They not gonna win every single game. They're not gonna go 82-0. You know what I mean? You're gonna hit parts of the season where it's gonna be rough and you're gonna lose a couple of games, especially the teams like this. You know, it happens. It happens, bro. It happens to the best of them. The Knicks just have to figure a way to play better defense. It's simple, bro. It's as simple as that. Is play better defense, and when you play better defense, everything else works out. But if you're gonna keep playing this kind of defense against these kind of teams, we just it's gonna be a rough rest of the season.
Yeah, facts.
I literally was gonna say that Marstone one. No
Right.
one really talks about the Cavs just losing three in a row. All eyes are always on the Knicks. We're used to
Yo,
it at
man.
this point.
Yeah,
Knicks
yeah,
fans,
yeah. To add on to these last two games, I don't know if Josh Hartnett's still fucked up, but he is like when he's at his best is him in transition and going full steam at the fucking rim. I don't see enough of that anymore. Right?
Mhm.
Like he'll get the rebound and it look like he's thinking about like trying to be a facilitator in JB's absence. Fuck that noise. Get the ball when you get the rebound and take the fuck off like you've been doing all season.
Yeah.
Like, but just do it at a more frequent pace because you know JB's not there. Jimmy J1 in the building.
What
Um,
up, cuz?
what up,
what
bro?
up,
Uh,
cuz?
yeah, yeah. Just do it. Josh Hart needs to just do what he does at a offensively at a more frequent rate. Get the defensive rebound, take off up court. You know what I mean? And look to get in transition and get some buckets, man. Uh, I don't know if his knee's still hurting. I don't know if it's fatigue, but he need to do more of that. And somebody got to step up and be like, I'm going to be the number two. Somebody has to do it. And all right, I get it. Y'all didn't want to do it before for whatever reason. We need fucking bench scoring, and TJ Warren is sitting in the G League right now, twiddling his fucking thumbs. Somebody
As is
has
Moses Brown.
to be a fact.
I honestly think, man, like the guys. I see OG trying to step up. I see OG, giving it his best. And uh I've seen at times Macau do the same thing. But I think that it seems like they trying to take turns on when who's gonna do it what day. All right, I got this day, you got that. No, I need y'all to do that every day. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, I need y'all to keep it consistent. You know, move the ball around. Grab rebounds too. Like, I think y'all tall enough to do that, because lately we've been getting out rebounded. Our rebounding been trash. So, like, it's certain things that I think those two guys need to be stepping up more, bro.
But I
Especially
think there's
it's
also adjustments that need to be made. Like we have guys on the bench and in the G League that can contribute if the guys that we are giving time to aren't contributing, right? So like Landry Shamet having zero across the board in 19 minutes.
uh,
That's nasty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you have someone like Dottier who also plays defense and can score, why is he getting no burn when you got someone giving someone 19 minutes and they're giving you zero? But overall, like you said, T Time, the bench was trash. Like 7 points from the main bench guys, that's not
I know.
acceptable.
And then you had one 3-point shot made by a bench. The
Yeah.
the
Right,
three point
campaign.
the 3-point shooting was horrendous today,
And
all the way around. And I don't even think OG should be shooting 12 threes in a game, bro. I think that's crazy to me, bro.
I know my motto when it comes to that. Nobody should be shooting that many fucking threes, dog. I've been saying this for forever.
Unless you
Like,
red hot going
you
insane.
hear what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
If you're shooting 12 threes, you better be like 6 for
Yeah.
12, 7 for
Right.
12. That's the
Right.
only way. But again, it's like we talk about the people that could help, like a Moses Brown. We getting smoked because we don't got no interior defense. Moses Brown is fucking 7'2", really long arms.
A big
SWAT,
man that can score.
And
He
his
yeah,
rebound.
rebounds, scores.
and he's swatting a lot of shots in the G League. Like
Fact.
again, I get it, it's the fucking G League, but at the same time, like y'all was grooming Hug Purdy to be like the third person, the third five in that situation. Well, he's fucking hurt now, and we got somebody who has NBA experience, and he's good. He could rebound, he could block shots, and like you said, he could get some buckets. Like I don't get it. I don't know if it's a financial situation with the apron shit. Like somebody gotta explain this to me why TJ Warren and Moses Brown still in the G League, especially when we need them now to win games. These last two games, do I think we needed those two guys? Hell nah. We still should have won those motherfucking games. But like, and we got guys on the bench.
Yep.
Like somebody said it too. You had pack him up, Dottie. He on the bench. Like if it ain't working with the other bench guys, gotta see what else we got because I like Shamit. I like him. Now but he's been getting his ass busted on defense, and he's been stinking up the joint on offense. Now, the defensive thing is matchup based, right? I think he just be getting caught in some unfortunate matchups with guys who are a lot bigger and stronger than him, and they take advantage of him. Pause. That's crazy. Hey, yo. Uh,
Where's
but yeah,
Paulie when you need him?
yeah,
Right.
facts. Uh, But yeah, like I think that why he get cooked a lot because Tibbs don't really put him in defensive advantageous situations. He's like, oh, he's scrappy. He could guard this motherfucker. And I'm like, nah, this is a bad matchup. Like, Shamit don't got no like weight and size on him. Pause. Like so, the things that he be. No Diddy, that's
Not
hilarious.
Maddie. No,
Maddie
no.
schooling, yo, that's hilarious. But yeah, like, and who the fuck gave Shamit a green light? He has a green light. If y'all watching him play, he has a green light. He is shooting
Shoot.
whatever and whenever he want. Like his light is
He
greener
out there
than
like Steve Novak, just chucking it.
I feel like sometimes his light is greener than Deuce's because I'm like, damn,
He
Deuce
went
wouldn't even
off.
take that shot. And I'm
Right.
Yeah,
pretty
he went.
sure Deuce got a green light. But yeah, I'm not giving up on Shamit, but Shamit got to get right. He been back well and long enough, and he gets substantial minutes too. He got to figure that shit out, or I'm gonna stop calling for him. I don't want to see Shamit on the court no more. Precious Achua tonight was fucking dirt. Oh my god,
Yeah,
Hmm.
what?
he was. He
Like
was.
he's playing like he lost his spark since Mitch got back. Like, oh man,
Yeah,
Mitch is
like a kid.
yeah, but at the same time, you need to realize Mitch is probably gonna end up starting because that stretch where him and Cat was together on the court before they started doing hack and Mitch, which Tip should have took Mitch out the first time they did the hack and Mitch.
Facts.
Right after that, Mitch should have been out the fucking game. But anyway, before that, that stretch that Cat and Mitch was on the floor was fucking amazing. It even helps Cat defensively because now whoever's driving to the cup is already had to try to get past Mitch. So it's kind of like easy picking for Cat. Like, it's only so many moves you got left, homie. Like, you got to lay this shit up now. What's good, Mike? Uh, you got to lay this shit up now, and I'm here to punch that. You feel me? But yeah, but Precious definitely looked like he done gave up these last couple games. Like, or maybe it could be wear and tear for him too. Fucking being all over the country in 18 days. Like the whole country. Y'all done seen the whole country. all 50 states, man. That's crazy. But yeah, we gotta be better, man. We gotta be better. Yeah, we gotta be better.
I agree. Mikal should be, and that's the thing. Like, especially against a team like Charlotte. You got to be aggressive, man. Like, none of those guys are real true defenders, especially LaMelo Ball. Like, I seen a play where Deuce took it to the rack on and went right by him with no problem. I'm like, why are we not doing this more often?
Deuce just wasn't aggressive yesterday nor today, to be honest.
Yo, but he did it one time. I seen it do it one time today. I'm like, yo, bro, why are we not doing this? Why are we not doing this? LaMelo Ball defense is trash.
Darlene
They
is in
should
the
be
building.
attacking him fluently throughout the whole entire game, bro. Put him in foul trouble like y'all did.
Facts.
Because he had 4 fouls by like early
Third
third
quarter.
quarter.
Yep.
So had you kept attacking him, you probably would have forced him to get fouled out of the game.
Yep.
Yeah, and piggyback off the Deuce McBride conversation. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. He once Deuce missed like 2 to 3 threes in a row. Deuce is not gonna be good.
Mm.
He is not gonna be good. He's not gonna be aggressive. He's gonna start thinking like, oh, because remember what we used to say last year? You say what you want about Deuce McBride, he ain't gonna shoot you out of a game. And he still got that mentality. Like Deuce is not gonna be. He's like, I'm not going to be the reason that they could look at me like we lost because of you. Like, and Deuce still play like that. Like when he hot, he gonna put up shots. But when he not hot, he gonna be like,
Yeah.
shooting. I'm not about to do that. And I
Yeah.
think on those nights when Deuce is not, being effective offensively, I think those nights we should give Tyler a look because he's a more facilitator.
Hmm.
And I think that's what we need in the space when Jalen Brunson is not available. We need somebody that can facilitate and get other guys the rock. Uh, Tyler may not be quick, but he know how to probe and get 2 feet in the paint. Uh, we need this. I think we need to see more of that when
I
Deuce
think
is.
it's just unfortunate because Deuce should, even if his shot isn't going in, he still should try and penetrate into the paint because he's still a threat, regardless if he's making shots or not, right? Because we've seen where he shot really bad, and then fourth quarter he starts shooting threes and they're going in. So he's still a threat. He just needs to get out of it, his mental, and still try to help the team win. And just to go back to what Marsh one said about OG. I absolutely agree because I said it earlier in the season on the show. Yo, OG in transition, if it's not a clear dunk, is horrible. And his mid range is horrible. He has to work on that. Has
Yeah,
to.
I
I think
refuted. At one point, I did
You
refute.
did. You said no, it's fine.
I I now I retract that statement. I agree. OG can't finish worth shit. Deuce can't finish worth shit. Like these guys suck at the rim. It is nasty. Yeah, but yeah, Kev,
And
my fault.
campaign too. He
My,
goes and takes those layups, and they're horrible.
I
I
think
don't know.
I
Those
I
think
like
think
running
Cam.
layups when he's like this,
oh yeah, yeah.
and he
He did
misses
that
them a lot.
Yeah, he
he did
does.
that today with the left. I think it was.
I think the left one is the one he missed. When he does it on the right, he
Right.
makes. When he does it right-handed, he makes it. When he does it left-handed, he misses normally. But he's another one that I think he needs to be more aggressive too.
Yeah,
At least and get into the paint. Is a few times I saw that he had the angle on driving tonight, and then he pulled the ball back out, and I'm like, "Come on, bro, we need you to get in the paint and create something." You know what I mean? But I also
I
think the way, like, my fault, Kev, I'm gonna land the plane.
mhm.
I also think the way that the way he runs and the way he dribbles, like certain angles, he knows like I'm gonna turn this bitch over. Like,
I think that has to do with the spacing, though.
yeah, yeah. My fault, Kev. Go ahead.
No, no, I was just about to say, I know that you had mentioned Tyler, and
Hmm.
I agree too. I think he's a great facilitator. I think he's somebody that we need out there for playmaking, but I think the one thing he lacks big time is on the defensive end.
Yeah,
And I think that's the biggest problem right there. And I think, with Tibbs, you know how he is. You start missing assignments and he'll yank you out in 2 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah, but it
So
can't
I
get
think
worse than losing to two trash teams by double figures.
nah, listen, I completely agree, but from past time,
No,
we've
I
we've
understand what you're saying
noticed.
for sure.
Right, we've noticed that Tibbs, he just when it comes to these young guys, and y'all know I'm more for playing the kids. Y'all know how I feel about the kids. Y'all know I would love to see the kids play, but from what we seen from this man, to some of the fans that want him fired and all that, this is not new.
Right.
These kids
No,
are
I
getting the
agree. I
dude.
mean, I think
These
it's just
kid. I'm
it's just
sorry.
annoying.
It is annoying. It is. But you know what? These kids, I always said, they're getting the Deuce McBride treatment.
right.
I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'm gonna drill it to everybody that this is what he does. In order for you to get on that court consistently, is if he doesn't care how nice you are on the offensive end. If you getting dusted on defense, you are not getting no playing time with Tibbs.
Yeah.
So, I really think that, if Tyler Kolek wants to see any consistency on the court, yo, work on your defense. That's my message to Tyler Kolek.
Mm. I agree. I agree. I ain't got no rebut towards that. Yeah, I mean, but I do got a rebut towards that. We watch Cat play basketball every night.
No,
And
But
he
yeah,
on that
hey,
team.
listen. But Cat, he's been in the league for what?
yeah,
How many
and
years already?
and
Like
you
he's
gonna get 20 and you most likely get 20 and 10 from Cat every night.
right,
That
right.
makes sense.
30 and 20. Like you, like
I
we
mean,
Yeah,
I
see
feel
them.
like sometimes you have to step out of the box though, right? Like if the product that you're putting on the court isn't producing, at some point you have to step out of the box. And I get it. He's an old school coach and he's stuck in his ways. But and I hate to throw it out there, but we would have never known Linsanity if that wasn't thrown. If someone didn't jump out the box with that one. You know what I mean? Like it's a different situation, but you never know what we're gonna get if you put in someone. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, Landry Shaman had 19 minutes. He gave us zero. At the 10-minute mark, why not say, let me try Pacquiao, Dadier.
fact.
Give him the other 9 minutes. And if he gave us 0-2, then okay, it still amounted to the same shit Shaman gave us in 19 minutes.
Right.
Right? But we're never gonna know. And from the minutes that we've seen Dadier, he plays some defense
Yeah,
and he
Hmm.
can score and his shot is nice.
and I also
Right?
Yeah.
think it's a size thing too. Like Dottie is a lot bigger than Shamit. Pause. All
Facts.
that crazy. I'm all
I
that. But
I
yeah,
seen I was watching a G League game with Pack 'em Up Dottie, and I'm a fan of his, but he was looking kind of erratic in that game that I seen. So I think those are like little things that maybe is the reason why Tibbs got him sitting there learning and watching.
But what are
You
you
know.
learning from? Because you can't learn from Shamit giving you zero.
Yeah, right.
yeah, that's a
I
fact.
don't know, man.
And then the
Um,
other thing is that you got Deuce out there, like going back to what you said, T Time, about Josh. Josh is running the point because Deuce isn't really a point guard. To me, he plays better at the two. Look at
Mhm.
him with JB, he plays better at the two. When him and Campaign are playing together, Campaign is running that one, and Deuce is playing the two. He's just
Yeah.
more comfortable playing the two.
yeah.
Yeah. But whatever it is, some shit got to be fixed. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm about to dip. Y'all, please stay. You know what I mean, and finish out the hour. And when y'all go, I can hear y'all, but I also zoned out with and I don't know if my eyes were closed or asleep. My eyes, but I was asleep for real. So I'm about to leave. So I'm gonna say a couple things before I get out of here. First one is make sure you hit that like button. Sharing is always caring. You know what I mean? Uh it's some other stuff that I'm supposed to do too, but I can't remember right now. But yeah, all that. Uh but at the end of the day, right, when it comes to this team, and to agree with we what we was talking about Deuce not being a point guard and all that, somebody has to create offense. And to bring back a old motto that I used to have, just because you could do something some of the time don't mean you should be doing it all of the time. Because we be using Macau to initiate offense, Josh Hart to initiate offense. And that is not smart. Because neither one of them motherfuckers are a point guard. You know what I mean? Like, and it shows because they don't have the instinct that a point guard will have to go, hey, I need to get as close to the basket as possible to whether I'm going to shoot it or pass it. Like they get They'll come off the screen, they'll take 2 steps off the screen and they passing the ball. I'm like, no, job not done. Get
Facts.
closer. Get closer, draw in defense. They letting the defense off the hook because they don't have to travel far to shooters. And like I said earlier, we take a lot of half contested 3-point shots, and that is dumb. That is not high quality basketball. Again, it is up to the coach. And I'm not. This is not one of those fire tips rants, but he needs to make some adjustments with this roster. I don't I watched Mitch play these last few games. I don't understand what the fuck the minute restriction is still about. He's ready. He's
Facts.
fucking ready. You seen the level this guy's playing at when he's on the court for extended minutes? High level basketball. That Cat and Mitch need to start at least until JB get back, right?
Absolutely.
Uh, I don't. Who do we put? Who stuck? Put you got to push.
Josh to the bench.
Juice back to the bench.
Josh.
Push Juice back to the bench. Yeah, for sure.
Could do that too.
Yeah.
Have Josh run the point.
Oh, now you can't even. Yeah, now that's nasty. Yeah, Josh will have to.
until
That's a
Deuce,
fact.
until
JB come back.
JB come back. You put Deuce at the 1, McCall at the 2,
Yeah.
OG at the 3, Cat at
Defensively,
the 4. Yeah,
that's tough. Defensively, that's tough. That
yeah.
is fucking tough. And I think that'll help us get off the better starts, not letting teams being able to get off the hot starts off the fucking muscle.
hmm
Wait,
But I
yo,
think guys gotta like. Oh my, go ahead, do your thing.
I'm about to bounce, y'all. I promise you. Yo, much love to everybody. You know what I mean? Again, big shout out to the panel. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Oh, subscribe was the thing I forgot last time. Make sure y'all subscribing. Turn the notification bell on to all. You know what I mean? And sharing is always caring. And as always, link is in scrolling across the bottom. Get you a hoodie. You know what I mean? Peace out, y'all.
Peace. Yeah. So I think really it's about them not being aggressive and moving the ball and attacking the basket. That I think that should be like major before
Mhm.
them shooting a 3-point shot, especially when you shoot 25% in a game. You're not gonna win a game like that.
Nope.
But they was 25% from the 3-point line, 10 of 39. That's nasty work,
Yeah,
man.
that's crazy.
McBride, Deuce was 1 for 6. OG was 3 for 12, and Campaign was 1 for 4. Shamit was 0 for 3. Uh, Precious was 0 for 2. I think both Cat and basically Cat and Josh Hart were the only ones that were pretty much shot pretty well from the 3-point line. Other than that, you know, it's all about attacking and being aggressive when you're shot and you're dropping like that. You gotta look for other ways to put up points. I think
Mhm.
that's what they lacked in these last 2 games. What up? What up, Knicks? Knicks will be I hope. Yo, and that's horrible shooting. Horrible shooting.
Yeah,
I mean, we was building a house.
it was.
We was building a house.
It's been seeing it in person is different than like watching it on TV, and so seeing it against San Antonio yesterday was
And San
tough.
Antonio got some good young talent over there though. You
Yeah,
know?
but the thing for me was like Cat was cooking Purple Hair Boy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you stop going to him. Like Cat should have had 50 yesterday, easily.
Yeah.
Because he was cooking him. They had the same way San Antonio was running that same play for the white guy. we should have been running that same play for Cat because they couldn't stop Cat in the paint yesterday.
The,
And for some reason, we stopped going to him. Then his hand got hurt and all that nonsense. But it just, I don't know. Because we have these games where we're like, okay, it looks like they're figuring it out. And then we have games like yesterday and today where we're like, shit, we're nowhere close to figuring it out.
the
It's just
thing
like,
and the thing is it's all about defense, man. I mean, look at since Mitch came back, I think we've been like the second defensive rated team in the league since he came back.
absolutely.
But still, there's still games where you're like, yo, what's going on? Why
Yeah,
why can't we guard the perimeter? Why are guys shooting wide open 3-pointers?
right.
And at some point that's on the players,
Yeah.
not on the coach. You gotta, look at the players and be like, yo, what's going on, man? Like I've seen times there's three Nick players just standing there looking at the guy wide open, letting him shoot.
I think it's a little bit of both, right? It's on the players because they're on the court,
Mm-hmm.
but it's on the coaches too because there has to be some accountability, right? The
Right.
same way you say like Tibbs is not going to play you if you don't play defense. Well, there should be repercussions if you're on the court and you're not playing defense, right? You need to sit your ass down for a little while.
Yeah, right.
Because yeah, like I don't know. I feel like yesterday, for example, Cat is getting burnt every time old boy touches the ball. Why not throw Mitch on him for a little bit? Switch it up, right? You know Mitch can defend the 3-point line,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
But then beyond that, even he was passing the ball. So at the end of the game, when you watched the end of yesterday's game, he looked like he was about to take a three, and he found somebody to dunk and pass like a fast pass in. But it's just like there's no help defense, there's no one-on-one defense. Like so at some point, the coaches have to hold them accountable too, because if you don't, then you're gonna get the same results, which is what
Right.
we've been getting all season, right? The
Mm-hmm.
3.9 defense is trash. Cat defending on that drop coverage is trash.
Yeah, the covering the pick and roll is trash. Where's Steven? Why he's not in the chat? He wrote that one thing. You saw how crazy that is, right? He wrote that one thing, but it was
and
like get get Cat some help. Not
right,
not yo, Cat defense been trash lately.
right. And Michael, I agree with this 100%. It's playing basketball and not 3-point basketball. And I think that's the thing that this generation of basketball players don't understand, right? Like we were down by like 9 or 10, and then we just start shooting threes. Like, bro, cut into the lead by getting easy points in the paint. It doesn't have to be a 3-point shot because what happens when you start missing them is you get out of the flow. And that's what happens.
Mm-hmm. Big time. Who we playing next? I'm trying to see who we play next.
AP,
We play Washington.
AP, we not losing in the first round. I don't care what you say. I don't care who the opponent is. We're not losing in the first
But
round.
but I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna tell you this. If that is what happens, then I would imagine Tommy T be on the hot seat. I would imagine.
I mean,
I
I would
mean,
think he
cause
would, but I don't think so. And since we're on that, let's talk about Udonis Haslam for a second. So Udonis Haslam said that the Knicks would probably get bumped in the first round by Detroit. Now, I will say this. Detroit is playing much better this year. Absolutely. But do people forget that playoff time is a whole different monster, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that they're going to beat us in the first round. Their inexperience alone is going to, they're going to crumble. The Knicks, as we saw last year, turn up in the playoffs. And I completely expect that to happen. Even though we're going through this tough stretch right now, remember last year, the month of February was disgusting for us.
Right.
So
That's
it
true.
doesn't scare me. I'm just annoyed. I'm not scared. I'm not scared to lose in the first round at all. I'm not scared to see Detroit in the first round. I really want to see the Pacers in the first round, but I
Word.
digress on that one. Um, but I don't think we lose in the first round. Second round, maybe, because we're going to end up seeing Boston or Cleveland, right? Maybe. Depends. Help. It's a number of factors once you're in the playoffs. But first round exit, you can't you can't tell me we losing in the first round.
Well, definitely in the first round. We definitely need Jalen Brunson back in order to even win a series.
Oh, absolutely.
Yo, because like right now we actually what 3-4 without Jalen Brunson.
Hmm.
3-4.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's he's definitely missed, and I would hope that he gets some playing time before going into the playoff, so that way he goes into the playoff with some kind of rhythm. Um, but I mean, all we could do is hope and let's see what happens. I mean,
yeah.
Detroit's been playing out of their mind since after the All-Star break. They've I mean completely took themselves out of the they've turned themselves into a playoff team this year for real.
Hmm.
So I tip my hat to them. They gained some kind of respect in the league this year.
No,
Cade
for sure.
Cunningham. Yeah, Cade Cunningham is playing out of his mind, so he's a good player. But listen, man, like I just think if this team could just figure it out on the defensive end, we should be able to play with anybody. It don't matter who it is.
Thanks.
It's just all about them figuring out on that side of the court. Um because Dallas he's just mad because we swept the Heat.
Facts.
He's salty. And I'm a fan of his. I respect him. You know what I mean? I respect him. He was a good player when, whatever. And but he's salty. You got to understand where all that hate is coming from. We just swept his team after they was up like 20 points and a
Yeah.
half, and then we came back and washed them up. So he's a little mad, that, and he's salty because their season hasn't gone the way that it should have. Jimmy Butler dipped. They traded Jimmy Butler, so you gotta understand where all that hate is coming from.
No, I get
Um,
it. I just feel like all these former players and even some of the current players that have these platforms, they shouldn't have these platforms because they talk nonsense like
I mean, listen, me and Fraz have had
that.
conversations, and even with you've been there for those conversations, and we've coming up with proof. A lot of these guys that talk about the minute police,
Facts.
the minute police. And I'm talking about all the players that be talking smack. You seen their minutes. I've
Hmm.
been I've been going at it with certain fans about that too. Like they talk all that smack about this and that and Tibbs overplaying guys, but y'all was playing 40, 38, 37, 40 minutes a game for 5, 6, 7 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so people are gonna talk. People are gonna say what they're gonna say. The main thing with this team is stop listening to the media, focus on ball, and do what you can to fix the problems that you got before going into the playoffs, because that's when everything matters, really. You know, um, and right now without JB, you guys gotta really, really, I really gotta figure this out. We
Facts.
still got like how many games left? Like almost 12 or some shit like that.
13.
13 games left. So, it's gonna be
Yeah.
a tough road, because I think we played Cleveland twice. We play the
Mm-hmm.
Celtics. Um, those are
Mm-hmm.
gonna be two teams right there that's the real test,
Mm-hmm.
going into the playoffs. So let's see what happens.
Yep. Do I want a new Knicks coach? um, I'm gonna say no. I would like our coach to loosen up a little bit. Um, because realistically, who else? Who else is gonna? Who else would be our coach? There's not anyone that comes to my mind that I'm like, okay, they would do a better job with this
Hmm.
team. And I also feel like as much as this team was built around JB, it absolutely was built around Tibbs. Um, these are Tibbs guys, and I think if the Knicks organization was to pivot away from him, that 100% changes the dynamic of this team. And I don't think we're in a place to do that right now. I think um, this is still our first year, 100% this team together. And so still haven't played everyone together, right? Because Mitch came back, JB gets hurt. So we haven't seen a complete team yet. And to put that on the coach wouldn't be fair. Although he is too very stubborn. Um, and I don't like that. I don't think I don't think anyone could have taken us this far other than him, to be honest. What you think, Kev?
I mean, I always ask the question,
Who else?
who y'all hiring?
You already
Okay.
know what people are gonna say though.
Yeah.
They're gonna say Mark Jackson's, Van
Mark
Gundy.
Jackson is banned from the fucking league. He's not getting back in the league
Now
anymore.
this
He's
AB,
blackballed.
absolutely, I agree, a
Yo,
hundred
yo,
percent. Me and Kev said it last season. That was gonna be our next head coach.
right. 1000%. Johnny Bryant has always been the guy that we've wanted here on Knicks N Ish to
Absolutely.
to be um Coach Tommy T's replacement. But we'll have to wait and see what happens after this year. If Tibbs is still our head coach, then we go into the next season as our head coach, as our head coach. But if Johnny Bryan is available and we're looking for a coach, yes, Johnny Bryan is it. I would not hesitate.
Facts.
Um, but other than that, I maybe Adrian Griffin, who I don't know what happened to him or why hasn't he had a job. Um, I feel like he's one guy that had Milwaukee. He was doing well in Milwaukee before he got fired. I feel like because he was telling Giannis he had to play defense, Giannis ain't like that shit and got him fired. I don't think he liked that. So
Mhm.
I thought that would be my second option. But other than that, I can't think of anybody else that will come in and do the job that Thibodeau has done here.
Yeah.
You know, like he in 1 year, in 1 year he completely changed our team. Then then after that we took a step back that 1 year. After that it's been okay since.
Hmm.
You know, I think the only knock is that though, AP, that he got to play the young guys. But like I always say, and I know people don't, I know y'all don't like to hear it, but these young guys are getting the Deuce McBride treatment. That's what I call it, the Deuce McBride treatment. Because I done sat back and watched Deuce McBride go through all that,
Yep.
go through all that. Okay, everything Tyler Kolek and Pack 'em Up Dadier and even Huck Porty, all everything that they're going through and all those I've seen it. Deuce McBride completely broke the chain.
Hmm.
He broke the chain. He earned that trust. So like I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna tell them young kids, y'all wanna play, earn Coach Thibodeau's trust. And if you earn his trust, he will play you and you will be his man. I'm telling
Facts.
you, he will he you guys will be the first options coming off the bench every time, but y'all gotta earn his trust.
Facts. And I think just to be fair, like regardless of what happens this season, I think Tibbs deserves at least one full season with this team.
Mm-hmm.
Like after this season, he deserves one full season, which will be next season, with our core, with JB, McCall, Cat, OG, and Mitch. Deuce is going to be there, of course. But with our starting five, they haven't even seen the court together yet.
Mm-mm. Nope. It's been and it's been like that all season long.
Right.
So and it's a brand new team. People always forget that. It's a brand new team. They're all still learning how to play with each other, pause. And it is what it is, man. This is what we getting right now. This is my second season following the show. Do you do summer shows? I'll be honest with you. Yes, we did this
Once a
summer.
week.
I ain't gonna hold you, like before we wasn't.
Hmm.
Before we wasn't, and Mrs. Nix was like, yo, we gotta do summer shows, y'all. At least once a week. And I'm like, she's absolutely right. You're right, man. We got once we started doing that, um, that's how we picked up big time.
Yes.
But yeah, we do summer shows. I think it's I forgot what day we used to do it on. Was it Monday or something like that? I
Yeah,
think
I
it
think
was
it was
Mondays,
Monday.
right?
But yeah, once we
Mondays.
get closer to the end of the season, we'll tell y'all what day we'll do it this year.
Yeah, like we
And
we take a
we just talk
vacation
about like
first though.
updates. Yeah, we just talk about like updates and Knicks news. We'll start talking Liberty basketball and
And Yankee
baseball and all the
baseball,
other
yeah.
ish. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the ish part of this. That's the ish part of the show.
Facts. Proven winner in New York.
Hey, listen, man. I'm excited for Liberty basketball this year.
Facts.
I was excited for them last year. Don't get me wrong. But I'm a. This is gonna be my second year straight on it. I ain't gonna hold you. Before I was just a straight casual. You
Facts.
know. So actually, this is my third year. Third year. Because I was able to go to a finals game. Shout out to my man Ty West. He was like,
Hmm.
hit me up, and we went to the game. But I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
I think they brought in a vet just the other day that she's solid. So they're still trying to do good, which I think they built the team the right way, and I think the Knicks have also, and I think we just have to wait, right? Because remember they what not last season? Last season they won. The season before they went to the finals
and lost to
and
Vegas.
lost, right? So like it takes time. We've been so bad for so long. Like we can't just snap our fingers and win championships. Like it takes a little bit of time, and I think we're on the right path, and I think we just need to. I hate to say it, but really like humble ourselves as fans, right?
Yo.
Like I think people forget because we've been deprived of a championship for so long. I've never seen one in all my years. You know what I mean? You neither, Kev.
Nope.
But we've been so bad. Let's not forget, only a few seasons ago, we only won 17 games. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we can't just expect to win a championship with the team changing season after season after season. Like, we have to give them time to mesh. It takes time. And I think we're in the right path. And like Darlene said, we're in a 3-year window. Like we sign guys for a few years at a time, see how it works out, and keep progressing. The key right now is gelling and getting the correct role players to give us production. Um, and we just need to humble ourselves. We absolutely do.
You know, the thing with this fan base is like they completely forget about that. You know, they brush all that shit to the side. They don't want to hear. They go blind. They
Hmm.
forget about all the losing that we went through in the, prior seasons. They just want to see wins. And I understand, but you know, you can't expect that from a team that never even had a preseason together, basically. You know what I mean? Like they were put together at the last minute. So, you know, they just want everybody oh shit. Oh, you froze?
No, my phone died, so I jumped on my laptop screen.
Okay. But yeah, it's just gonna, this fan base, they aren't a patient one. They want things right away, and it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? It takes time. A lot of these teams that you see good now, it took them a long time to get that way. It took Denver a long time to win a championship. It took the Warriors years to become a dynasty.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
And you
saying?
even
Like,
just look at Boston, like they've been together for a
right,
while.
right, and they
Cleveland has
just
been
won it.
together for
Boston been together longer than most teams, and they just won a championship recently. You know, you know the Heat before LeBron went there. How long it took them to win a championship? Like, yo, bro, it doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it takes 5 years. Sometimes it takes 10 years. Sometimes it takes 20 years. Look at how long
that,
it took Denver. It took Denver how many years to win a championship until
Mike
they got
and
it right.
Darlene, y'all are blessed because I need to see one.
Yeah, see, I ain't get to see the Knicks. I got to see all my teams. I got to see the
Fact.
Rangers. I got to see the Rangers, Yankees, Giants, and I got to see the Wolverines, the Michigan Wolverines. I got to see them win a championship. And the Liberty. And the Liberty.
And
All I
yep,
need is the Knicks.
facts, me
All I
too.
need is the Knicks. Once that happens, I'm great. I'm chilling.
Fact.
And listen, man, like I have a feeling when the Knicks is coming soon. It's coming. It's just right now. Listen, Leon Rose has said, I'm gonna ask y'all. I'm gonna ask y'all. Okay? I'm gonna ask the chat. Leon Rose told us it was gonna take how many years to build this team. And if y'all know what he said, then I want to see it in the chat. Cause
Right.
he gave
He
us
gave
a
us a number.
time. He gave us a number. And he said, listen, in a certain amount of years, I'm gonna build a contender. If y'all remember what he said, I want to see that number in the chat. I know the number. Anna knows the number. I want to see that number in the chat if y'all know. Word. Because I remember specifically the number he told us and when he said it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest with you. He there you go, Darlene. There, there you go, Darlene. He said in
Hmm.
5 years we was gonna put a team together and contend, and he did just that. So
Right.
now he just gotta keep building off of what we got. You know, it might be a little hard to do that, but you know what? I trust Leon Rose. He hasn't proved me. He hasn't
Let us
proved me
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah.
He hasn't let us wrong in no way yet. So I'm here, patiently waiting. You never
Facts.
know, man. We might get one this year. You never know.
Right.
You know, y'all Knicks fans might y'all just better. Yo, listen. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm gonna mark this one. What's today's date? That's March
20th.
20th, 11/23. You motherfuckers better hope we don't win no championship.
We gonna pull
Cause
out all the
I got a lot of screenshots on a lot of y'all. And I'm gonna be pulling all them screenshots out. Y'all better hope we don't win no championship this year, boy. Whew. I'm gonna have some fun in the summertime. Word. They gonna call me Trogar Kev. Shout out to my man BJ, but they gonna call me Trogar Kev. Don't let us win a championship this year, boy, cause I ain't gonna let y'all sleep. And I got all the time in the world too.
But
But
so
yeah,
next game we play
Washington.
Saturday.
Yeah, Washington against Washington. Hey,
Same
listen, man.
situation. Same situation. Can't
Yup.
play down to them.
Mhm. Mhm. Gotta play. You know, just go in there. You know what?
You know what's crazy? I think earlier in the season we had the same thing. We played the Spurs and then them as well. Because I remember they got these brothers or twins, the Champagne boys. We played them back to back earlier in the season. And now we get them back basically back to back.
Mhm. And listen, man. My thing with the Knicks is come out guns blazing. Every time we go on a losing streak, some way, somehow, they get pissed off and they win that third, fourth game. They don't let it pass 3 games in a row.
Hmm.
So
I mean, they better be pissed.
I'm pretty
They better
sure.
be, and they have
I'm
be pissed at their own self.
I can guarantee you they in there looking film. They in there, looking at each other. What the hell's going on? I guarantee y'all. You know,
Yep. I mean, I think,
I
like you said, come out strong and
hmm
keep our foot on their neck. Like,
that's it.
that's it.
Especially when it comes to a team like them.
Right.
So, at least, hey Michael, at least you got to see the Knicks win a championship, man. I'm pretty sure you got to see one. So, you know.
Hmm.
We'll give y'all an update, upgraded version coming soon.
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
because we're in our 40s and we haven't seen
right,
any.
right. Like my pops be telling me how he was listening to the game on the radio. I'm like,
That's
man,
how
that's
I
so.
started. That's how I started. That's how I started because back in the day when we were little, when I
hmm
started watching basketball when I was, I don't know, 4 or 5 maybe, Clyde
Yeah.
used to be on the radio. So my grandfather used to have us watching the game on TV on mute and listening to Clyde on the radio while we were watching the TV.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, see, that's some real old school shit right there.
Facts.
Fact. Fact.
AP,
But
I
yeah.
don't think this team took a step back from last year. I think it's a different team. The team
Mm-hmm.
dynamics is way different. Cat is a different player than Randall. So of course it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be different. The only mm, the only step back really would be the 5 position in Hartenstein as
Mm-hmm.
a backup because we don't have a strong backup
Right.
5. And I think that goes back to what we said about Precious, where he's like kind of sulking and not playing the best Precious basketball that we know since Mitch has been back. I think if he
Right.
played his his game as a backup 5, we wouldn't that even that conversation wouldn't be had that we took a step back in that aspect because the same way Hartenstein gave us points offensively, Precious could too. I think he's not playing Precious basketball or what we've seen of him when he got a lot of minutes.
Yeah, right.
I think we gotta stop as fans also comparing this team to last year or the year before. They're different teams. Randall and Cat's style of play is completely different.
Mm-hmm. Completely different attitude, I think I'll be honest with y'all. Y'all used to kill people. People killed Julius Randle, but I always said he was the better defender. Watching homeboy play defense, cat. It's alarming sometimes, man. It's alarming. Like, yo, bro, what's going on, bro? Like it's
We
like
need
it's
to
like
spend all summer with a defensive coach, like
yeah,
like a not Tibbs, like a defense only guy.
yeah. Maybe he could work with Patrick Ewing.
Sheesh.
Because Patrick Ewing was a beast on defense. Beast.
And it's
So,
so crazy because I feel like he digressed from when he first started. Like when he first, like the beginning of the season, like you could see effort. I feel like he's not giving effort now.
yeah, I think a lot of it is not being healthy. You know, that could take a toll. And
Yeah,
then he got to play both sides of the court. I mean, I agree with you. I'm just saying that could be a possibility as to why
yeah.
he's not as
Because it looks
aggressive.
like his knee and his fingers are like still
Still,
bothering.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if when the season is over, you don't see him get a procedure done to one of them,
Yeah,
either his
because
knee or
I don't
finger.
know if they showed y'all. Yeah, I don't know if they showed y'all yesterday's game, San Antonio. He uh he was holding his knee for a while in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they showed it on TV or not.
No, I don't.
Um,
I didn't see it.
yeah, he like I think he went for a drive and they called the foul and he stood under the basket like holding on to the middle
Oh
part of
yeah,
the
yeah, 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 yeah. I saw that.
and,
Yes, I did
and
see
then for
that.
like a few plays after that, he kept like holding his knee and then he hurt his hand. And then he went to the back after he hurt his hand. And I'm just like, yeah, I agree with you. I think he's probably going to have surgery this off season because
Mm-hmm.
he definitely is hurting. And
Yeah, I
I
agree.
respect him for not giving up on us and still trying to play. You know what I mean?
Through it. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But I think because he's not 100%, is more reason to have him and Mitch there because Mitch takes a lot of that pressure defensively off of him.
Yeah, it's true. That's why the Tibbs needs to play them more together.
Right,
Maybe
exactly.
that'll help a lot, you know.
Yep.
But
But
yeah, I
we're at
think
an hour and 20 minutes, so
yeah, I think I'm good.
facts. Me too.
So listen, man, you already know. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Um, hopefully Saturday, it's a different turnout, and we could talk some positive things instead of being all out of whack
Facts.
because of these damn losses.
Facts.
Because a third one, we might have to have a crash out.
Facts.
But anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Hit that like button, subscribe, sharing is caring. Follow us on all platforms. And that's it, y'all.
We're 8 subscribers short of 500. So tell a
Let's
friend
go.
to tell a friend. If you
Right.
know any Knicks fans, tell them to subscribe.
Facts. Salute, y'all. Have a good
Have
night.
a good night, y'all.
Let's get this dub. Peace.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, yeah, them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap the melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it.